Yo. It's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about what is more important when it comes to attraction, when it comes to attracting women, and when it comes to attracting women when you're on NoFap. Is it more? Are you more likely to pull a woman on NoFap if you take action than if you don't take action but you're still on NoFap? Because a lot of guys think that you automatically can just, let's say, attract women when you're on NoFap just by being who you are and just by showing up. But little do they realize that you have to put some action behind your words. You have to put some action behind who you are if you want to attract anybody. I mean, you can go on NoFap for as long as you want. You can go on semen retention for as long as you want. You can relapse for as long as you want. But nothing happens unless you take action. Good things come to those who take action. Action is the number one indicator of if you'll acquire anything in this world or not. If you don't take any action, you'll never get anything that you want. You'll never get anything that you want. You can think about it, you can talk about it as much as you want. You can do all these affirmations, repetition of affirmations. You can use statements, I am statements. You can do all of these things, but if you never take any action on the things that you want, you will never get it. You'll never get it, regardless if you're on NoFap or if you're on semen retention or not. So what's more important, taking action? And what's more important, taking action and, let's say, what would you rather have? Take action and relapse, or be on semen retention and not take action? It'll be a little bit more effective for you to take action and be on and not FAP. But if you had to choose, action rules anything. Action rules anything. You might not be as effective if you're on NoFap, if you're on PMO, but taking action is literally the number one key to getting anything that you want. Because, like I said, you can have all of these affirmations, incantations, subliminal affirmations, all these things, but like I said, if you never take action on what you want, you'll never get it. There's a saying that says good things come to those who wait, and to be honest, it really comes down to good things come to those who are reckless with their action. Because if you go it's better to go 100 miles per hour super fast instead of doing things slow and trying to be perfect. Because to be honest, there's no such thing as perfection. There is no such thing as perfection. So I mean, take as much action as you want. Take action like your life depends on it. Take action like you're not gonna be here tomorrow. Take action like someone is threatening you if you don't take action. And the more things you take action on, the more you will reap. There are two seasons. There's a season of reaping, and there's the season of sowing. You can't have two of the seasons at the same time. Can't have two seasons at the same time. There has to be one of reaping and one of sowing. So the more action you take, the more likely you'll have you'll reap the rewards. And also the thing about, let's say, semen retention and NoFap, like, things are gonna be a lot more for you enjoyable when you're on NoFap and semen retention. Because for some reason, when you're on it, it just seems that you're a little bit more fluid, and you're a little bit in tune with the world, and you're less judgmental about things. For some reason, when you release, it just seems that you might have a guard up. You might have a little bit of a guard up, and you actually care how people treat you. You care too much. And if you care too much, you're never going to get really what you want. The man who cares too much about how other people treat him pretty much will never really get what he wants, because he's way too distracted by the opinions of others. If you're too distracted by the opinions of others, then you're never going to be a focused person. You're never going to be focused enough to get what you want. So yeah, take action and be on NoFap. This is pretty much the best way to get anything that you really desire. Because like I said, good things come to those who take reckless action. Good things come to those who take reckless action. The whole patient. You can still be patient, and you can still take a very big part of action. You can still be patient, but still take a lot of action, because the more action that you take, the more you're really gonna actually get what you want. The more the law of cause and effect works in your favor. The more the law of cause and effect works in your favor. So like I said, take as much action as you pretty much can, because like I said, the more action that you take, the more realistic your rewards will be. You can sit around and be on semen retention all you want. You can sit around and be on NoFap all you want. But if you never take any action about, let's say, attracting, let's say, someone that you actually like, then you're pretty much never going to get her. Because to be honest, you can't really sense if you're on NoFap or retention. But depending on how you act, you pretty much can try to get what you want from her by taking action. So it all comes down to really being charismatic in the interaction. It really comes down to being ballsy, letting her know what you want from her. Because the moment you're intentional about it, what you ask for her, what you ask from her, the easier the interaction can go. Because if you beat it around the bush a little bit too much, if you're a little bit too, let's say, general about the things that you want from her, then you're really never gonna get what you really want from her, because you're not being intentional about what you're saying, about what you're doing. So yeah, take as much action as you really want, and try to do everything in your power to be as very, let's say, carefree from the outcome. Because the more carefree you are, the easier it is for you to attract her. What I realize is, the more you build yourself up, the more you just start becoming someone who is carefree and not attached to like whatever she's doing. The more likely then she'll be likely to the more likely people are attracted to you, and the more likely she'll probably be attracted to you. Because the number one thing for attraction is how comfortable she is. Because the more you want her to get to the point where she's very comfortable. Getting her to be comfortable is probably your number one priority, because once a woman is comfortable, then she can open up to you. And then once she can open up to you, it's more of a fun interaction. But if she's not comfortable, she really isn't going to be she's not really going to open up as much, and she's going to have a guard up. So try to get her as comfortable as possible by being as comfortable. The more comfortable you are, the more comfortable she is. But the more tense and the more second guessing that you are, then it's not going to work as much. So make sure you're doing everything you can to be as comfortable as possible. And When you go on NoFap, you're going to be a lot more comfortable when you're talking to her because you have nothing to hide. When you're on PMO and you FAP, and then you try to talk to her, you're definitely not going to be as confident. You're not going to be as comfortable with yourself just because you kind of released the thing that she was trying to get from you, if that makes any sense. So don't FAP it, keep it, and use that core energy to try to attract her by the words you say and how you say things like that. If that makes any sense. So like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.